amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed.
The United States has approved about $1 billion arms sale to Nigeria, and there is a list of equipment and ammunition that government says it will make available to Nigeria for sale to help in fighting insecurity. Recently, we saw the attack on a train headed Abuja from Kaduna, which several people were being abducted, and a few pockets of attacks we've seen in parts of the country. Tonight, let's speak with the chairman of the Committee on the Army and the Senate, Senator Ali Ndume. Thank you so much, Senator, for coming.
Thank you very much.
Your one will say that we need more equipment to fight. We need more money to prosecute the war against insurgency in the Northeast. And in fact, what we're seeing in Kaduna, the federal government has said there is some kind of collaboration between the Boko Haram and this bandit. The $1 billion arms sale promised by the United States government, how does that come to you?
Well, it doesn't come as a surprise, but it's a very cheering development, which I thought you didn't know. I wanted to share it with Nigerians. You know, you just don't always report the sad events, but if there are developments, hopeful ones, especially those that will assist in solving our problem, you share it with Nigerians so that it will reduce the anxiety. Not only that, we have been having it very difficult with the United States because of misunderstanding or the wrong perception given to them about Nigeria in terms of human rights or in the prosecution of the war. But as the relationship got closer, they get to understand where the situation we're in. And I want to also say that it is not only the United States that is willing to help. Turkey recently, the president was around, and I know that in this fight against insurgency, we need drones. And the Turkey's government, or the Turkey as a country, is one of the countries that is advanced in the drone technology. And so the Nigerian government is also procuring some drones from them, and I think very soon, after the training, we have gotten to a level whereby personnel are being trained now as to the deployment of the drone, which is very, very critical in the success against this war. And the Nigerian Army is also trying to increase its recruitment, because the manpower challenge that we have, insufficiency of manpower, is also the biggest challenge. I also say that in a country of over 200 million, you can't be talking about Nigerian Army strength of less than 200,000. And that of police, I think up to now, is not up to 400,000. In fact, in summary, the total number of security agencies being paramilitary or whatever in the country is not up to 1 million. That is grossly inadequate. So that area too needs to be jacked up. And I think we'll get over it soon.
Did America, in this agreement of arms sale, willing to take a piecemeal payment, or is going to be once and for all?
That detail does not matter. The most important thing, and the cheering news, is that they have now agreed to not only sell this first batch of attack helicopters and other assorted equipments that are needed, but they believe that the Nigerian government needs those critical equipment in order to restore peace and order or to address the security challenges that we have in this country. So after this is just the first batch, I believe.
When are we expected to see the possible final procurement? When are we expected to have some of these procurement land on Nigerian soil?
Well, I cannot say exactly that, because, you know, these are not off-the-shelf items. Sometimes some of these they need, even if they are on ground, they need to be configured for our own environment. the climate and all that. And those attack helicopters too, those that are supposed to man it, need some basic training. Even if you're a pilot, you have to be, you have to go.
You understand that the payment, the $1 billion, also covers training of our own military officials.
So that is it. So we are expecting as soon as possible. We don't have time to wait. I wish it is, or the Nigerian government will also wish that these items arrive in time, in very good time. But the president, I know, and the Nigerian army are very anxious. Our security agencies are all, everybody is concerned about the security situation in this country. Nothing can go on or move rightly if the security situation is not properly addressed. And unfortunately, the level of the security challenges we have in this country is also, expanding. We don't hear of that in the Northwest before, and it's now in Northwest, in Niger, and North Central, and in fact in Kaduna and all that. And then we have the challenges in the Southeast with IPOP and all that. So the earlier we get over it, the better.
It's interesting because some of the equipment that we're saying, because you are one of those that said that we need sophisticated equipment, such that of a large expanse of space we can be able to monitor remotely. And I'm seeing some of the equipment, Aviator's night vision imaging system, night vision queuing display. These are technology-based equipment that are going to be sold to Nigeria. But in all of these that are going to be sold, the question people will ask, that we were clamoring for equipment and fighter jets. We had Tucano aircraft that we were asking the former government of the United States. The president visited the former president, and they agreed, and they sold it to Nigeria. But why has it not been used in the Northwest?
First of all, we had this challenge from the same source. The deployment of Tucano in the Northwest had some little challenges because those bandits operating in those areas were only recently declared as terrorists. They had strict guidelines because of fear of human rights abuses as projected by Nigerians. It's unfortunate that this issue or the problem we have with the United States was perpetuated by Nigerians themselves.
Based on their Lehi law.
The Lehi law. Yeah. And based on their unsubstantiated allegations against the government then. They tried to give the United States impression as if we are fighting a religious war in Nigeria and that Christians are being killed and all that. Until the government got clearly to know that this insurgents or the other forms of criminality is going on in the country has nothing at all to do with the religion. And so that is when now everybody is putting hands on deck to help us get over.
Does it not have anything to do with religion? Partly it does have something.
No, it doesn't.
The Boko Haram is propagating a state where they said education is haram, is prohibited. I mean, is according to them, and they believe that in a certain way of life and all of that.
But let me make it simple for you.
Part of their belief, isn't it, religious related?
Let me make it simple for you. Have you ever had a situation where Boko Haram, before they attack a village or kill the people, they try to find out whether they are Muslims or Christians? No. And I can tell you authoritatively, I'm from there. More Muslims were killed. In fact, they killed more Muslims than the Christians. And fortunately for us, those areas that are Christian dominated, I can say like in Borno, 1 or 2 local government, particularly Chibok, and my own local government, Goza, we have a good number of, and Howell there. But if you go and take the statistics of the number of people killed by Boko Haram, any life is, every life is important.
All right. Before I get into politics, does it look like this war on insecurity is gotten out of the government's hands?
No.
Is the government overwhelmed?
No. The government is not overwhelmed on it. It's not because I'm part of the government. or because
you're an APC member?
Because that's it. Do you now say that these people that are causing this problem are PDP? I ask you this.
No, I don't answer questions on this.
Okay, so if you don't answer questions, but then I tell you, look, we have a security problem. You don't politicize it or give it a ethnic coloration or anything. What is happening in the southeast? Who are they killing more? It was like Hausa should leave, but now IPOP is killing, Igbos. And they say you are trying to liberate Igbos. But those that are killed there in Southeast are more of Igbos.
I'm asking if the government of the day have the answers.
It's not the issue of overwhelming. We have a challenge or security situation at hand. And this is not new. It can happen anywhere. And it happens in many countries. Like, Somalia is out of hand now. Sudan is in trouble. And some other countries like Burkina Faso and all that, they have all these kind of security challenges. It has nothing to do with religion. It's just a form of criminality. And any criminality is just, doing things against the law.
What do you think is fueling?
Wait. What is fueling it is what you are trying to do yourself.
What is it?
Yeah, to give it any other form of...
No, I'm asking a question.
Yeah, I'm answering a question.
I'm saying that is the government overwhelmed? And you said that you're not answering because you're in government.
No, I'm not saying no.
I'm saying that is it also because you're an APC?
No,
because it was your party.
No,
there was no coloration from my. It was a question I asked.
Categorical about it. There is government, and this government is not something like a switch off. If you just change the line, for example, electric line, if there is low current on this and you switch it to another line maybe, and you think that there's a full current, it's as easy as that. You know that in matter of security. We have a government in place. The government is very responsive, especially the president. If you go to him now with anything that he thinks or you can convince him that will help in addressing the security challenges we are facing in this country, he will sign off on that. And that I give you example, even this procurement of the latest items, it has not gone through the other processes, long process or due process as we call it. But when immediately the American government is willing to assist and to sell those critical platforms to Nigeria, Mr. President signed off.
So why, if he's willing? So what exactly is causing? Because as far as Nigerians are concerned, people are dying every day.
People are dying every day.
If I show you the figures, it's overwhelming.
Oh, no, I know the figures.
It is depressing to see that this number of people have died. Do you know how many people have died? Over 2,000 people have died just in 3 months alone in this country.
I know. So I'm more concerned about this than you. Maybe unfortunate. I'm more concerned about it. Just yesterday, ISWAP attacked a Nigerian army post just close to Maiduguri, not up to 10 kilometers in Mulai. Mulai is just 10 kilometers or thereabout, not up to 10 kilometers. And they killed 2 security personnel there. And they carted away with, 2 critical equipment. And when they could not get away with it, when they saw the Air Force, they burnt it down. That is a big loss to Nigeria. They also attacked a village in Chibok yesterday and killed 2 people in Chibok. So I'm aware of this. And we know of last week the attacks carried out in Kaduna and Niger State and all that. So this is not something that we will say, it has overwhelmed the government. No, I don't want to believe in that. We have this problem. The problem is being addressed, and all we need to ask or to do is to ask government to do more. And then, as the Chief of Army Staff said, just last Thursday we invited him to the Senate to tell us what's going on. And he said, look, the major problem we have is that Nigerians think that this is Nigerian Army or security agencies' problem or the government problem. No, security challenges is everybody's business. And the earlier we agree that it is our problem and we have all collective responsibility to solve it, the better for us.
All right, let's switch to politics quickly, but there's news just coming in now. We're understanding that there is a bomb explosion that have killed 3 people in Taraba State. This affected a cattle market in Taraba State. News just coming in that 3 people may have been found dead, 19 people probably injured as a bomb explosion occurred at a cattle market in Taraba State. Stay with us. We'll give you details of that right here on the program. Let's move into politics now. I just announced on the program new entrants into the presidential race, and I saw you at the declaration of the Minister of Transportation. Is that the man you're supporting?
Yeah, that's my project.
What do you mean by your project?
I started it.
What do you mean by you started it?
Yeah, I'm one of those that asked Amechi to run.
Why do you think you should run?
Because I feel that at this critical time, we need a Nigerian to run, not somebody that will run based on where he comes from or region, and not somebody that is not experienced enough, and not somebody that doesn't have the pedigree, the energy, and the intellect to run. And I feel that in this government, APC, the best candidate we can present is Amechi.
Why do you think he's the best candidate? You have a long list of people in your party, which of course I will be showing you in a moment, of the faces. I mean, we have now two new entrants, a former Senate President, Kenny Namani, a former governor of Anambra State and a sitting minister just like Amechi, Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige. They've just thrown their hat in the ring today, and they did that in their home states. Why do you think that he is better than all of this lot?
Well, I don't want to use the word that he is better than those that you listed.
But you said he's the best.
Yeah. The best doesn't mean that others are not good enough.
But when you say he's the best out of...
No, you have good people. You have very good people. Then you take the best. He is the best.
In comparative analysis, he's better than all of them.
Yes. No. I don't want you to use...
No, when you say best, I mean,
no,
they are good. Pot
no.
To pick from. And you say someone is best. In comparative analysis, he's better than all of them.
Don't put words into my mouth.
You just said, you are the ones. I'm not putting words. You said he's best. He's the best out of all you have in your party.
Amongst all the best.
Including Vice President Oshibajo, including Bola Tinubu, including Governor Umahi, including Governor Yaya Bello.
Yes.
What makes him the best?
I told you my reason. One is that amongst them, I feel that Amechi is the Nigerian candidate. We need a Nigerian candidate or president, not somebody that would seem to be considered as a sectional or regional candidate.
Are the others Ghanaians?
No,
or they are
Nigerians. They are Nigerians.
So when you say you need a Nigerian candidate?
Yeah, because if you classify the rest, they are more of regional candidates than national candidate.
What makes Amechi a national candidate?
Because he's a national candidate.
How?
He's a Nigerian. He believes he's coming out to serve as a Nigerian, not because he's from somewhere.
All right, let's take a breather. I'll allow you to explain more when we return from this break. Plus, after the conclusion of our conversation with Senator Ali Ndume tonight, we'll also be joined by Air Vice Marshal Monday Morgan on the issue of rotation and the governorship seat in Benue State. There is agitation. Zone C people of that state are not happy. They say there is marginalization in Benue State. We'll find out when we return from this break, everyone. Join us again. Welcome back, everyone. Our closing moment with Senator Ali Ndume, the chair of the Senate Committee on the Army, and a supporter of Rotimi Amechi, one of the presidential aspirants of the APC. Thank you so much, Senator, for coming tonight. You were explaining the reasons why you think Rotimi Amechi is the best candidate for the APC. Do you think that he stands a chance of getting the party's ticket? Because that's the first order.
Yeah, we're working strongly on that. Yesterday, we were in 3 states. I was not even 4. We went to Lagos, went to Osun, Ekiti, and Ondo. And I can tell you that, well, we're going to make it, inshallah. Because Nigerians now understand, and Nigerians know what they want. Nigerians are no longer, looking at things parochially on that. From my interaction with people from all these states, we went to north west, we went to southwest, we're going to southeast, and so far so good, inshallah. And let me tell you, among these candidates so far, Amechi stands out. Not only in that, he is now the only bridge builder between the old and the young. Amechi is 56 getting into this race. And the rest, take a statistics, will be only Yahya Bello. And why I disqualify him is because, as I said, I have been advocate that the president should come from the south. He could have been a candidate of consideration, but he's from the north. And when in 2015, when APC presented its candidates, it was agreed in principle that the candidate should come from the north. Buhari, Atiku, Samanda, Isaiah late, and Konkoso, all of them were from the north. They contested. I've been saying that Okorocha only participated in the race because I remember he had his ticket for the governor in his pocket before we went to Lagos for that convention. So for me, Yahya Bello is. So if you take Yahya Bello out, the remaining, even those that are recently mentioned, these are guys, to me, is personal, that have crossed the line.
What line is that?
To me, to my qualification. Because Nigeria now, as I said, is at a critical stage. We need somebody that has the energy. We need to have somebody that has the intellect. We need somebody that has the acceptability, and then the not common acceptability, but can connect between the massive number of young people that are looking marginalized in governance with those that are mature. Have also gone up in governance. That's why, to me, as I said, if I'm to do a screening, I'll screen off anybody that is above 64 or 65.
So is that the reason when you talked about energy? We saw him. You were at the stadium that day when we saw Rotimi Amechi going around the stadium. And is that the reason why? Well, was that intentional?
Yeah, somehow.
To show that he's young at heart and.
I couldn't do that myself. So when we agreed,
you have crossed the 60 mark.
Yes, so I told him, you run, we walk. And that was what we did. He ran.
But one of the candidates said that he's not in a wrestling bout. That he's not
no, it doesn't
contesting
matter.
To be a
but
boxer,
you need the energy.
That you don't need that. It doesn't really necessarily need to run around the stadium.
It did. It was okay with that. There was no, and the people are happy that he did that. Is there anything wrong with that? I'm asking you.
You should be able to tell us.
No, he did. As I told you, I'm 63 years old. Because I cannot do that, I told him we, the older ones, will walk. But we walk around.
The job of Nigeria president goes beyond running to the stadium.
I agree. But what do you want? Anything that you want of a president in Nigeria, Amechi has it. Amechi was a speaker for 8 years in Rivers. He was a governor for 8 years. Now minister for 4 years. What else? He has a master's. He has a degree in English. He's doing his degree in law now. He has traveled. I know every state that we went for this, especially the 6 states that we have visited. Amechi has somebody in there that will stick his neck for him.
We'll leave it at that, Senator Aline Drume, until sometimes we'll have more time to talk about this. We need to talk about Benue State now because people are already agitated in that state. But I must sincerely thank you. You always stand for what you believe in.
Well, that's it. And this is part of it. And I want you to know, I'm not just talking about myself, but as you can see, I will tell Nigerians more why we need somebody like Amechi to be our president. Honestly, I would love to be Nigerian president.
No, first of all, you have to talk about why you need to get your party's ticket. But why, I mean, another conversation will be whether or not the Nigerian people will accept your party.
Once we get the ticket, once we get the ticket, I strongly believe we're on our way to winning the presidency, because what Amechi has done and how he has related to Nigerians and how acceptable he will be or he is to Nigerians. As I said, I will repeat that he is the only candidate for now, because no candidates are declaring. He's the only true Nigerian candidate that is going in for that election as a Nigerian.
All right. Senator Aline Drume, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.